Hey Vikings fans, gear up for an adrenaline rush with some killer updates from the Vikings camp. Today we dive into the transaction that shook the NFL market and put an end to the primary rumor of the Vikings offseason. Also, a star player praises a teammate in what feels like a prophecy of what this season will hold. And a twist hits a former Vikings quarterback as he faces a crisis scenario with his new team. And finally, a heated debate over a potential trade that could redefine backup strategy for a crucial position on the team. You don't want to miss these captivating insights, stirring the passion and expectations of the entire fan base. For months, tension and suspense loomed between the team and fans, a sports drama that almost brought Aaron Rodgers to the Vikings for the 2025 season. Imagine that. But in a twist worthy of a Hollywood script, Rodgers has finally decided his destiny. He will be flying to Pittsburgh to don the black and gold of the Steelers. Tom Pelissero of NFL Network broke the news. Renegade A-Rod, four-time NFL MVP Aaron Rodgers informed the Steelers he'll fly to Pittsburgh on Friday and sign before next week's minicamp, according to the insiders. Finally, a done deal. Rodgers, at 41, will play his 21st NFL season in black and gold. Despite all the speculation and inflated hopes for some, the plans for 2025 remain firm with J.J. McCarthy. Rodgers was the piece moving multiple conversations, creating speculation at every virtual corner of sports forums, and seemed to seduce not only the media, but the hearts of a part of the Purple Nation concerned about market scarcity. It seems the cloud of uncertainty has cleared, and now we know. The McCarthy era is secured without the specter of Rodgers looming. This begs the question, what would have been the direct consequences of this almost happening for the Minnesota Vikings? Well, with the focus now crystal clear on McCarthy, it's time to consolidate strength, strategy, and unity, fearless of big names or shadows of what could have been. Also, get ready, because the rivalry will be tested once again in September when the team faces the Steelers in Ireland. And guess who will be there, leading the opposing team? What's more, the Vikings defeated Rodgers and the New York Jets in London about 9 months ago. The story continues, and this new chapter promises to be even more thrilling. So, take a deep breath and get ready. The purple and gold colors remain strong. The players are gearing up, and the Minnesota team moves forward with or without Rodgers. Moving on to the next piece of news for today. Now, focusing on the great protagonist of everyone's hope for 2025, J.J. McCarthy, let's talk about the recognition he's been receiving from respected voices in sports. Recently, Harrison Phillips, former defensive tackle for the Bills, and now a member of the Vikings defensive wall, compared McCarthy's confidence and leadership to that of Josh Allen, league MVP. That's no small feat. McCarthy's journey hasn't been simple. After a lost year due to a concerning injury, this quarterback has shown that resilience is part of his game. Phillips reports that McCarthy, even during rehabilitation, sought to learn more about defenses, asking, learning, truly immersing himself in what it means to be a leader both on and off the field. And he walks with that confidence, reveals Phillips. He reminds me of Josh when he started to show who he was, taking charge and making everyone believe we could always win. If that's not what we want in a QB, then I don't know what is, the DT continued, commenting on how McCarthy goes beyond and how he's grown year after year. I've commented before on how he came to me the week after his injury to try to learn more about the defense, said Phillips, asking incredible questions. He really stood out in his personal power role this year. In the locker room, I constantly see him approaching new guys, new players, giving high fives, sitting on couches, just chatting. Last year, he went off to rehab, off to meeting. He understands that we need to build a family here, and that we can't have unique results without unique relationships. Thus, more than just training and playing, McCarthy is committed to personal development and team relationships. A leader is not just what he does with the ball in his hands, but also how he uplifts the morale of those around him, making the locker room a place of unity and focus. Seeing a young talent being forged in the adversity crucible and emerging as predestined for MVP fills fans with pride and expectations. It makes you certain a new era for the Vikings is starting. And while eyes are on McCarthy's promising future, we can't forget a familiar face, Daniel Jones. After a controversial decision to leave the Vikings, Jones found himself amidst unexpected chaos with his new team, the Indianapolis Colts, and it seems like fate is smiling at him. When Jones decided to sign with the Colts, many questioned his choice. Why leave a solid team to enter a potentially unstable situation? The answer came this year when Anthony Richardson, the Colts' promise, got injured again. With Richardson out of organized team activities and the upcoming minicamp, Jones now has a golden opportunity to prove his worth as QB1. Richardson's situation, having aggravated an old injury, puts Jones in a strategic position to stand out. If his transfer was once viewed with doubt, it now seems like a masterstroke. Jones now has the perfect opportunity to show that he can still be a starting quarterback, something that was definitely not in the Vikings' plans. And everyone knows the team needed Jones to be the main backup behind J.J. McCarthy next season. But Jones would not have had many chances to start for Minnesota since he would primarily serve as an insurance policy for McCarthy should he get injured in 2025. Over the next few weeks, all eyes will be on Jones. Can he seize this chance and solidify his position as the leader of the Colts offense? The ball is now in the hands of the former Minnesota backup to prove in the coming weeks that he's the better option than Richardson when it comes time to decide who should kick off the 2025 season as Indianapolis's starting quarterback. Is it fate or just luck? Next up, we've got a hot update that brings a heated debate about a trade the Vikings should prompt to secure even greater chances this season. ESPN has thrown out a theory that's pressing the management. Should the team trade the recently acquired backup quarterback Sam Howell for a familiar and experienced name, Kirk Cousins? This proposal is eye-catching because of its potential impact. Howell, who previously had impressive numbers in the league with the Washington Commanders, now finds himself at the center of a debate about his tenure as Vikings quarterback too. The suggested trade by Dan Graziano and Seth Walder would send Howell to the Falcons in exchange for Cousins, who has a history of 6 seasons with the team. Why is this intriguing? On one side, Howell represents youth and potential to be honed. On the other, Cousins brings experience and high-level game knowledge, but comes with a significantly higher financial cost and participation expectations that might not be easy to manage. ESPN highlights that Cousins would be open to returning to the Vikings under Kevin O'Connell's guidance, considering their positive past connections. However, there's a big but in this story. Cousins' high contract value and his desire to be more than just a backup. And what completely distances this wild theory. Firstly, General Manager Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah and Coach Kevin O'Connell are forward-thinking leaders, and hiring Cousins would be a nod to the past. And then, Howell is perfect as a backup quarterback. He's fearless, not afraid to throw interceptions in the pursuit of driving the ball downfield. Howell has the makings of the next Nick Mullins. He's only 24 and could significantly benefit from O'Connell's Midas touch. How does that resonate with you, fans? Does experience bring the necessary stability? Or is investing in youth the right move for the future? This is definitely a debate that's bound to generate a variety of opinions. We've covered it all today, from Aaron Rodgers' rumors that dissipate, praise for McCarthy's resolve, to new opportunities for former players. Every point unravels the complex world of American football. Your passion, energy, and loyalty are the heartbeat of Vikings Nation. So, let's keep that energy going, share this video, drop a comment, and hit that subscribe button for all the latest Vikings updates. Stay tuned. SKOL Vikings, let's go!